Hello everyone, this is the CRT Productions. Oh, you expected me to come in and sit down at that desk right there, didn't you? Well, I've got another thing coming for you today. This right here is, well, it's a DVD-R from Staples, but on that DVD-R I have Windows 10 Technical Preview from October 1st, 2014. This was the very first release of Windows 10 that was made available to anyone. It wasn't publicly released, but I found it online and I put it on this DVD, and now I'm going to put it on this laptop right here in more ways than just like what I just did, like that. I'm actually going to put that DVD in the DVD drive. We're going to install it on this physical system. This was not ever meant to be installed on a physical computer. It was meant to be tested and played around with in a virtual machine. There are videos from 2014 of people doing this. What's that on my screen right there? I don't know. Anyway, but we're going to try it in 2021. Basically, I want to see what it's like to install this now, because this was really not meant to be used probably beyond that month that it was released. So I'm not really sure if it even has any sort of update or anything. I'm just going to see what I can do with it, basically. Just as a curiosity, just kind of a fun video for you. So be sure to leave a like if you like goofy stuff like this, and subscribe because I'll have plenty more goofy stuff like this for you in the future. Alright, let's get to it. Alright, so what you see before you right now is a Microsoft blog post from October 1st, 2014. It says, join the Windows Insider program and get the Windows 10 Technical Preview. And this is talking about the introduction of the Windows Insider program, which of course is still going on. It gives you early access to Windows 10 updates and lets the community do some bug testing and whatnot, find out what people like and dislike about new Windows 10 updates. And they introduced this with Windows 10. And before Windows 10 was even released, the very first version of it that was released to anybody, wasn't publicly released, but it was released to this Insider program, was in October of 2014. October 1st, 2014. This was the very first release of Windows 10 of any kind. So they say, yesterday we began an exciting new chapter, blah, blah, blah. You can join the Windows Insider program to download Windows 10 Technical Preview. And you could test it out. As far as I know, this is basically just Windows 8, but with a few changes. It was still in fairly early development, relative to what we know today, at least. So yeah, this is basically kind of like a beta release of Windows 10, and it was never meant to be installed on physical hardware. It was meant to be kind of tested, played around with in a virtual machine. But today, I have it on a DVD, and we're going to be installing it on some physical hardware, but not on this computer, because, well, yeah, might maybe not be the best candidate for that sort of thing. So let's go on over here and see what we're actually installing it on. Alright, so I've got it here ready to go. I had a little bit of trouble initially getting the installation started, and the problem ended up being that you have to have the date on the computer set to sometime before a certain date in 2015. I think it's like March of 2015. Kind of, I guess they ended support for it, not in the traditional sense like we think of when they ended support for Windows 7 and Vista and XP and etc. After a certain date, they wouldn't let you install this. I guess they wanted you to move on to the next build or whatever. So I already have the part of the installation where it copies the files. That all looks exactly the same as Windows 10. The very latest version of it looks. So there's nothing interesting to see there, but right now we're going into the next step of installation after copying files and all that stuff. So yeah, let's see what happens. Alright, so everything up until this point looked basically the same as current versions of Windows 10. This is where it kind of turns back into Windows 8, shows its Windows 8 origins in a way. So let's see, it wants me to connect to the internet. I don't want to connect to the internet just yet. So let me see if I can skip this step. Alright, let me look at these settings really quick. Automatically find and connect devices and content to this network. Well, I'm not connected to a network. Automatically install updates, app updates, and device software. Do not turn on Do Not Track in Internet Explorer. Help protect your PC from unsafe files. Okay, yeah. Improve Microsoft. Yeah. Sending us info. Use Bing to get search suggestions and web results in Windows Search, and let Microsoft use your location and other info to personalize your experiences. The one thing that a lot of people don't like about Windows 10, especially when it was brand new, and when you search stuff, it comes up with internet results. When you search on your computer, that is. Yeah, okay. We'll just say whatever. Let it use the default settings. If you want a password to something that I don't want a password, I'll just go with this here. I don't know why it said can't have these characters. Whatever. Hi, we're setting things up for you. So that's the same as current versions of Windows 10. So that setup screen has been changed a little bit. It's much longer now, may I add. Much more to it. And I just saw a spider on the floor. That's unacceptable. Where in the world did you come from? Oh, there's my desktop. Just in time for me to show you this spider on the ground here. Right there. Oh no, that's not gonna work. Just a moment. Alright, so that problem's been taken care of. You can see here in the corner, Windows Technical Preview, Evaluation Copy, build 9841. Alright, it says my date is set to 9/12/2014, which is a few weeks before this was released, so whatever. It has the old school Windows 8 look, but as I remember, yep, it has this start menu. And this is a very weird amalgamation of Windows 7, 8, and future Windows 10 features. The start menu layout overall is just like Windows 10. It looks different, but the layout with the tiles on the right, kind of the combination of the Windows 8 full screen start menu and the old school Windows XP, Vista, and 7 start menu with the all apps menu and everything. It's got the Windows 8 colors of purples and blues. It's got the Windows 8 logo in the corner there. Let's see if we can turn this. Yeah, we can turn it up to the full resolution of the display. Apply that. Alright, so that looks a lot better. Obviously, this is what it's supposed to look like. So this menu is still the old Windows 7 style, and I would assume Windows 8. I'm not too familiar with Windows 8, but I believe that's what it's like in Windows 8 as well. Windows 10 currently has a customized little settings menu for this in particular. It's weird because Windows 10 is still kind of like this to a degree. There's certain elements of it that are still like Windows 7, kind of like File Explorer here. This is still exactly the same in Windows 10, as you could probably guess. I don't think it's called Home, though. I think it's called it Home in this. Some unique icons. I don't think I've ever seen that desktop icon before. So you can see the window's called Home, and that little desktop icon there is pretty unique looking. But everything else, as far as the pictures, videos, downloads, all that stuff, is exactly the same as Windows 7. There's also some unique icons for this PC and network. So we'll just take a look around here. I believe this comes with Internet Explorer 11. Unfortunately, we're not connected right now. That'll be the first issue, obviously, with using this, is that you won't really be able to connect to the internet with any modern browsers because they require you to have the date and time set correctly on your computer. Now I'm not sure what this would do if I set the date forward. Let me see. So if I just tell it it's 2021, I'm not sure what it'll do. January 12th. What is today? I'm not really sure. Okay, it's January 14th, so that's close enough, whatever. Let's just see if I set it to 2021. Okay. So, yeah, okay. So it's not like, so I'm pretty sure I'm too far away from the internet to connect, which was kind of by design because I didn't want to connect this to the internet in case it did something funny. So like as far as browser support and stuff, I'm not really interested in that because I would assume this will basically work with anything that Windows 8 will work with. Let me see what this Welcome to Tech preview is. I'm pretty sure this is just an internet shortcut, but I'm not positive. Yeah, it's just a shortcut to Microsoft.com, so that's nothing interesting. So here we have Windows PowerShell, one of the notable additions to Windows 10. In addition to that, as I said, we have some kind of goofy icons. The File Explorer icon is pretty different looking from what it is today. PC settings, element not found. So, can't look at our settings. I wonder if this has control panel. Let me see. It has the Windows 7 control panel, yep. So that's kind of one of the weird things about Windows 10 is this is still in Windows 10, the old style control panel, in addition to the new settings window. Let me see the volume. Can I see the volume menu? Apparently not. How about volume control options? No? Okay. So it looks like the only web browser this came with was Internet Explorer. So I guess they didn't have Edge yet. Not positive when that came out exactly. Music gives me that error. There it is. Windows feedback. A lot of things just kind of don't do anything. I assume it probably needs to download these apps. Calendar. Do we at least have calculator? Let's see. Yeah, we had the Windows 7 calculator. Alright. Paint is here. Good old Windows 7 Paint. There's also a Windows 10 calculator here. Let's see. So that's not there. It gives the error again. It comes up when you click the Start menu apparently. Explorer.exe. So there's a lot of stuff that's just not present yet. This is a very early build, as I mentioned. There's something called People. Yeah, as expected, it does that. We have to close this before we can use the Start menu again. Just kind of looking through the different things it has here. Just has lots of stuff like Sports, Store, Travel, Video, Weather, Windows Feedback. It's all stuff that's just not going to work. We have Windows Ease of Access, which has the... Oh, okay, here we go. We have Narrator, and that doesn't exist apparently. System32 narrator.exe. A referral was returned from the server. Okay, so yeah, it's just, I guess there's not a whole lot to see here. Maintenance is empty. Windows accessories as Windows Media Player. Can I pull that up? Okay, Media Player works. So this is basically all of the little applications that come with Windows 7. Notepad, a calculator, Paint, remote desktop connection, snipping tool, sound recorder. You can see them on the screen there. WordPad. So it has a tablet PC, Windows Journal. That's in Windows 7. Windows System. This is Control Panel, Default Programs and Devices. So that's that new style Windows 10 menu and settings menu. But apparently it wasn't in this just yet. It has something called This PC. I would assume that's just that, yeah. So let's see our properties here. This is Windows Technical Preview 2014 Microsoft. It's not activated apparently. Let's see if I can activate this. Yeah, you can't activate it. I'm guessing the activation was based off of that newer style Windows 10 menu system, which isn't here for some reason. That's very strange that they didn't put that in this. I guess they didn't have it ready yet. So this is basically Windows 7 with a facelift and a bunch of unusable apps. So I'm going to go ahead and take this and get it connected to the internet, and we'll see what happens. The Windows Update is on here, but it's another one of those programs that gives the little error. So I mean, this is just Internet Explorer 11. You probably have a good idea of how that works, but I'll connect it to a couple websites just to show that it does work, I suppose. Try a couple news websites as I usually do. Alright, well, as you can see, it's kind of slow, but that just comes down to it being Internet Explorer 11. So you can browse the internet with this. Since I have the date set to January 12th. It works perfectly fine though. Alright, well, here we have Google Chrome. I'm going to try installing Google Chrome just to kind of demonstrate. I'm pretty sure it will install perfectly fine, but we'll just make sure here really quick. Never can be so sure. Alright, well, there it is. It's all just fine. Popped up there for a second, then disappeared. That was a little weird, but yeah, this works fine. You can go to youtube.com and it'll probably load much quicker than it did in Internet Explorer. Just had a random noise there, but yeah, YouTube loads just fine, looks like. There it is. So this basically just works like probably Windows 8 would, but it's kind of broken. You can't really do much. I mean, you can't even, like, I don't think you can even change the sound unless you have a shortcut on your keyboard. Let me see, do I have that? I know it'll let me change the brightness of the screen, that Windows 10 style thing. I'm not sure if this has a volume control or not. I don't think it does. So, yeah, I can't really change my volume, but you can connect to the internet. You can use the internet, I guess. It's got the latest version of Chrome. I just downloaded it. You saw me do it. So this is a weird old version of Windows 10 that you can install, I guess, if you want to. It's got this weird background picture. If I wanted to change that, I guess I could, because that seems to just be the Windows 7 style personalization menu. So let's see what other backgrounds we have here. It's got different lines. Let's see if I actually want to change it though. Yeah, there we go. Had to click it a few times, give it some persuasion, but yeah. Got pictures of flowers, it's got different color lines and stuff, so it's also got like an ultra wide one, which is nice. But yeah, that's some Windows 10 very first build. Oh yeah, I didn't save the changes, but oh well, you saw it. So we can go ahead and click on this little internet shortcut real quick here, just see what that is. Windows Insider, it just goes to the Windows Insider homepage. So that's not anything interesting. It doesn't look like it even wants to load. In fact, I wouldn't be surprised if Microsoft's website doesn't support Internet Explorer anymore. So there you have it. That's really all there is to see. I've been wanting to do this for a while because I remember watching videos of this years and years ago. The new Windows 10. What happened to Windows 9? Everyone joked. But anyway, that's it. My computer's running out of battery here, so I'm going to go ahead and turn it off, and we'll see if I can do that. Oh, yeah, there's the power buttons right there. That's a little bit different. Shut down. The instruction at 0x17E2496A. Well, there you go. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Stay safe out there. The computer's actually still on, so I have to turn it off manually, it looks like. There we go. Alright. We go get a good operating system installed on here, like, I don't know, Windows Vista. Alright, have a good life, bud. And stay out of my recording studio, yeah? Alright.